Hello, my name is Kirk Holmes. I'm the executive chef of the Canoe Club restaurant in Hanover, New Hampshire. And today we're going to be making Chipotle Aioli. Aioli is a egg oil-based sauce very closely related to mayonnaise. In tradition, the aioli is mayonnaise plus the addition of garlic. What we're making today really is more similar to a remoulade. It has anchovies in it and mustard and chipotle. And so forth. So we start with the egg in the bowl. We have shallot. We add the shallots to the egg. A little Dijon mustard. Already chopped up Chipotle Aioli, which is a smoked jalapeno pepper in adobo sauce. Something that you can find in most grocery stores. Something to remember with Chipotle peppers is that they are very hot and spicy. When working with a Chipotle pepper, best suggestion would be to wear gloves. You don't want to get the Chipotle on your skin and then touch your face or your neck. It'll burn for quite a long time. The other thing about Chipotle to remember is that if you would like to soften up the heat of that, you can take the seeds out of the Chipotle itself. The seeds are actually where the majority of the heat comes from. We have a white anchovy, 2 fillets of white anchovy in this particular recipe. We've chosen a white anchovy, which is a finer quality product than the regular anchovies you might be used to seeing in most grocery stores. And the reason for this is that we're trying to avoid having any color discoloration in the sauce. The darker anchovies cause it to be a darker color. I want to highlight the chipotle flavor and oftentimes the chipotle color. Though in this particular recipe we're going to be making the aioli by hand instead of using any food processing equipment. So in actuality the color of this aioli is not going to be very red as it would be with a mechanized device. We've added our anchovy. And right off the bat we'll add salt and white pepper. You take a whisk and blend these ingredients together as well as you can. Now, an aioli is a simple emulsification. An emulsification by which we mean the combination of 2 items that don't want to be friends. They don't want to come together. They don't want to be one with the other. So we're going to emulsify them. It would be by force using the whisk. The other thing to remember about an aioli or a mayonnaise or remoulade type sauces is that you want to add the oil as slowly as possible. You see I have a little bit of a rickety setup here, but it's quite effective for a small batch. The thing to remember, again, with the addition of oil being slow, you also want to make sure that you continue to whisk your product at all times. If you stop whisking, or if you, in some manner, change the heat of the emulsification, you're very likely to break it, which is to say the oil will stop combining itself with the egg, and it will look curdled. When I say you add the oil very slowly, you can add it in a very slow, constant stream, or you can do spurts at a time, whisking more vigorously. Either way, you'll achieve the same purpose. General rule to remember when you're making emulsifications with egg and oil is that most egg yolks are only designed by nature to take about 6 to 8 ounces of oil per yolk. Fresh free-range egg yolks, you'll probably find that they can take up to 10 or 12 ounces of oil, but there's no guarantee. So we usually stick with 6 to 8 ounces as a safe amount. You can see we're getting a nice thick consistency. And we're talking about the amount of oil that goes into 1 egg yolk. Many recipes call for, say if it's one egg yolk in this particular case, what I had in this bottle is 10 ounces of oil. I'm not actually going to use all of that because it's not necessary. I have a very good emulsion going here. In fact, it's thick like paste. I actually want that to thin out a little bit, so I'm going to add lemon juice to add a little extra character to the flavor. And you see it instantly, it turns it a little bit lighter, and it thins it. The thing to remember with an ingredient like chipotle is we talked about how it was very hot, especially with a seed. If you're making this aioli for a dinner party or just for dinner with your family, something you want to remember to do is make it the day in advance so that you can enjoy the full flavor of the heat of the chipotle. If we taste this right now, we will get some chipotle flavor, but it's not going to be as intense or developed as what it will be 24 hours from now. And if you're like myself, a young parent with young kids, this is a great spot for you to have some helpful hands. Just make sure that when they add the oil into the dish, that they're adding it as slow or in short bursts as I did here. So we have Chipotle Aioli.